The engineering solutions presented in this video is for demonstration purpose only. Exact structural methodology varies structure to structure. Any damage to property or human due to implementation inspired by this video without consultation and guidance of a professional structural engineer will not held responsible creators of this video. The basic concept and scheme in this video is generated individually, which does not imply any organization or agency in particular.
As we know that in residential buildings, there is a provision of some open spaces. These open spaces are mostly in the backyard area of the building, or complete backyard area is left open in the residential building. It is quite often that we wish to enclose it up this open space, or we want to cover it up this open space with a metal frame structure for the space utilization and the security purpose. Typically this metal frame structure is called lohe ka jal, but sometimes we are not certain about this supporting system, that how this metal structure will be supported and where it will be supported. Hi friends, my name is Krishna Kumar. By a profession I am a structural engineer. Today we will emphasize the requirement of a good support system in a structure through this video. First we will take a live case study. We will understand the problem section first, and then we will design a suitable solution for it, followed by its implementation on the site. Please have a look. This is backyard open area of a residential building where metal frame is erected. At right hand side there is a boundary wall at which vertical metal frame is supported with holdfasts which are embedded in concrete. The metal floor at first floor level is welded at vertical frame at right hand side, and on left hand side it is supported at first floor balcony slab. This is boundary wall area, and this vertical frame holdfast is shown, which is embedded in the concrete and plastered. So we have seen that our metal structure from ground floor to first floor is completely supported and stable. Let us come to first floor level and check what is scenario from first floor to terrace floor level. Now we are standing at first floor level. We can see that the metal floor at left hand side is properly supported at balcony, and at right hand side it is supported by welding on vertical frame which is coming from boundary wall at ground floor. As we see upwards to check metal floor at terrace, we can see that at right hand side metal floor is supported as before, but at left hand side there is no balcony but a parapet wall. This is why this metal floor at left hand side required to be supported on this wall only. Contractor was first assumed that this wall is made with brickwork, and he may dig few holes in this wall to insert horizontal holdfasts to support metal floor. But later on he learned that this parapet wall is not a brick wall, but this is made with solid concrete. This is 200 mm thick concrete wall. Now since this concrete wall, it is very difficult to dig holes in it, and it is time consuming also. So as a first solution, entire wall can be removed so that the metal floor can be supported directly on terrace like we did at the first floor. But somehow it was not advisable to remove this wall due to privacy and waterproofing concerns. Then the contractor executed a makeshift arrangement to support metal floor. What he have did, he drilled few holes of 12 mm dia about 100 mm deep in the wall at few locations. Then he rummaged pieces of 16 mm dia iron rod into these holes by hammering. Later on he supported metal floor panels on this iron rods exposed out of parapet wall. So he claimed that this is a stable solution, but as a structural engineer I was not really convinced with this type of arrangement, because over the time these iron rods may lose its grip from the wall, making our metal floor unstable. So I have decided to design and implement a authentic support system for our metal floor at terrace level. We also learned that this metal floor consists of 3 individual panels. We need to provide 2 supports at each panel to this parapet wall, so total 6 number of support positions required to provide at parapet wall face. Let us understand how we have designed the support system for our metal floor or lohe ka jaal. As we know, there will be a 6 support provided for our entire metal floor. Each support will be provided on our parapet wall, that is concrete wall. To accomplish this task, we will provide an anchor fastener for each support that will be inserted into the concrete wall. This anchor fastener is also called anchor bolt. We will discuss it later on, that what is anchor bolt. Then there will be washer provided in the contact of the wall to take care unevenness of the wall and roughness. Then there is provision of the steel bracket. The steel bracket is basically an angle iron whose arms are 75 mm by 75 mm and whose thickness is 8 mm. This thickness is 8 mm. This arm is 75 mm and another arm is also 75 mm. The length of this bracket is 150 mm, which cannot be seen in this diagram because it being perpendicular to the paper. Now a small washer also be provided, followed by a nut which is tightened this bracket to the contact of the wall. We know that there may be a gap between the metal floor and the steel bracket, so the provision of a steel plate will also be provided with the required dimension, which will be welded over top of the steel bracket. So this is how we have designed our support system. In next we will discuss that what is anchor fastener. Let us understand about the anchor fasteners. Anchor fasteners are basically a kind of metallic bolt which is used to connect a structural member to a construction base. In our case, a structural member is the steel bracket and the construction base is the parapet wall which is made with the concrete. We will also discuss about the classification of anchor fasteners, where basically 2 kinds of anchor fasteners are used. First is mechanical anchor and second is chemical anchor. We will discuss first mechanical anchor and then we will discuss about the chemical anchor. In a mechanical anchor, there is an anchor rod attached with a sleeve. When this assembly is inserted into a construction base, then the sleeve is going to expand. Due to this expansion of the sleeve, there is an interlock formed between the sleeve and the construction base, whether it is a concrete base or it is a brick base. The interlock is formed and the load bearing start happen with this interlocking and the friction between the sleeve and the construction base. So this is how a mechanical anchor works. We will further illustrate with a common household example when we will fix a light utility loads like a photo frame or a bookshelf rack with the wall with the help of fasteners. Let us understand mechanical anchor by an example we use to support light loads like photo frames or utensil holder, etc. It consists of a small plastic sleeve. This is plastic sleeve which one end is split, this end is split. A hole is made by drilling into the wall and this plastic sleeve is inserted into this hole by hammering. Once it is hammered, the split end within the wall is expanded, and when it is expanded, it forms an interlock and a grip with the wall base. So by this interlocking and the friction, this anchor will bear the load. At other end, we will tighten a screw to support the utility. However, this kind of anchor cannot be used for heavy loads like in our case metal floor, and for that purpose we can use industrial grade heavy duty mechanical anchor bolts. These are heavy duty industrial grade mechanical fasteners which are suitable to receive heavy loads like our metal floor, etc. Now let us understand second type of anchor fastener, that is called chemical fastener. Chemical fastener works on the basis that a bond formed by a special kind of adhesive, that is a chemical. First a hole is drilled inside the construction base of required depth. Hole so formed is cleaned with pressure blow of air to remove any debris inside the hole. Then a chemical adhesive is injected inside the hole, followed by insertion of the anchor bar. The cavity formed between the hole and the anchor bar is again filled with adhesive chemical to make sure the entire anchor shaft is properly smeared with the chemical all around. Now we need to leave the anchor edges in this position for a minimum of 24 hours to gain its strength. This time duration is called curing period or settlement period, and during this period the anchor bolt cannot be put into use. In curing duration or settlement duration, the chemical adhesive forms a rigid bond to connect anchor rod to construction firmly. Now we will compare mechanical and chemical anchors. Among the pros of the mechanical fasteners, first is quick installation, and it is less costly comparatively to chemical anchor. Since there is no curing time is required or no settlement time is required, so a mechanical fastener can be put into use immediately after installation. Also there is no chemical is required, so very highly skilled mechanic is not required and is easy to install. The mechanical anchors have few limitations as well, like they cannot be put into use too very near to edges of construction base. This is because stress from the load directly transfers to construction base, since there is no cushion is available between anchor shaft and wall hole made within the construction base, unlike in the chemical fastener. This phenomena may result in higher cracking subjected to higher load, and if this higher load is coupled by the weaker construction or soft material base. Also a clear hole drilling is expected within the construction base, otherwise a perfect interlocking mechanism will not happen. This is why mechanical anchor is not suitable if construction base is soft or too weak. In chemical anchor, the adhesive forms a cushion between construction base and anchor shaft. This is why direct load transfer does not happen, which reduces chances of cracking of construction base. This is why this kind of anchor can be used in wide variety of construction base materials and also have a lesser chances of cracking, so the lesser edge distances can be achieved. During installation, when chemical adhesive is injected, it fills up small pores and voids. Also the cavity formed in the drilled hole is filled completely. That will result in watertight structure. This will provide a better protection against corrosion. It has few cons as well, like the chemical anchor is bit expensive. It required skilled manpower because it have a chemical adhesive to inject. Also it cannot be used immediately after installation because it have a certain curing or settlement period. Moreover, the different type of adhesive chemical required for a different type of construction based material. For example, the chemical adhesive used for the concrete cannot be used for the brickwork. Now it's time for selection, whether we should choose mechanical anchor or chemical anchor for our site. As we know that our support is required to be installed on a parapet wall. This parapet wall is directly exposed to the rain. As we know that a mechanical anchor is susceptible to the water ingress and thus the corrosion. So that's why we are choosing the chemical anchor, because it is more watertight and less susceptible to the corrosion. Most important caution to be taken prior to installation of the chemical anchor is to specify exact kind of construction material our construction base is made of. As in our case, our parapet wall is our construction base, which is made with the concrete. Let us understand that if the chemical adhesive meant for the concrete base is used in the brick wall, then the anchor will not gain any strength and the purpose will fail. I advise that if you are not certain about your construction base material, Then you can chip off the wall or construction base at few places to know what exactly the material our construction base is made of. Then you need to specify or inform this material type to your anchor fastener applicator so that correct adhesive can be used for installation of chemical anchor. For installation of chemical anchor, we informed our applicator that our parapet wall is made with the concrete, so the right type of chemical is procured, which is Hilti RE500 V3 in our case. Now installation of all anchors at 6 positions has been completed. The diameter of each anchor is 16 mm, its total length is 200 mm, out of which 150 mm is embedded inside the concrete wall and 50 mm exposed out to mount steel bracket. The parameters of this anchor rod like diameter and the total length comes from structural design calculations which is depend on the loading. These calculations are not produced here. The reason because the purpose of this video is to create general awareness and demonstration. We wish to make our message brief and concise. You can always contact a competent structural engineer for your customized solution. Now you can notice there is a red color smearing around each anchor, which is chemical adhesive filling the cavity. You can also see there is an additional hole at the left hand side of this anchor. This is because while the drilling the hole inside the concrete wall, there is a reinforcement bar of the concrete is encountered, which is stopping the drill bit to move further. That's why we have to shift this anchor little bit on right side. The steel brackets are prepared with an angle iron 75 mm by 75 mm and 8 mm thick with 1 meter long. We made 6 pieces out of it, each 150 mm long for each of the support. Its arms can be measured 75 mm by 75 mm and the length of this piece is 150 mm. At one arm of this bracket there will be a provision of a hole to mount angle bracket. We have provided 18 mm dia hole which is 2 mm excess of our 16 mm dia anchor for easy mount of our bracket. The bracket will be mounted through the fastener. We know that there is a gap between top of the bracket and the metal floor. To bridge this gap, a steel plate to be connected on top of the bracket. The plate will transfer load from metal floor to bracket. The height of the plate may vary support to support, hence measurement at site to be done for each support location. We will do the measurement for the top plate. In order to measurement for the top plate, we will mount our bracket temporarily through this anchor fastener. The bracket will be passed through the hole to mount temporarily against the wall. And now the gap between the metal floor and top arm of the bracket to be measured. A plate 8 mm thick is welded on top of the bracket. Height of this plate will vary support to support. This plate will fill gap between the metal floor and the bracket, and the load from the metal floor will transfer to the bracket through this plate. Our bracket assembly is completed. We will get it painted for corrosion protection. Now all 6 bracket assemblies are painted and ready to mount. Before actual mounting, let us have a brief demo about mounting procedure. Mounting the bracket against the wall will be done with a set of washers and the nuts provided by the agency. This is a large washer. This is a small washer. and this is nut. The large washer will be placed between the bracket inner face and the wall. This will help bracket to remain in position with the wall. Also, the large washer will act as a buffer for the wall roughness. Now the small washer will be provided. A small washer will be provided at outer face of the bracket, followed by tightening with a nut with applied torque force. A small washer will evenly distribute the pressure from the nut to the bracket assembly and finally keep the bracket assembly rigidly fixed against the wall. This is how the mounting will be done. Now let us proceed to the site for the actual mounting. Let us come to the site and see how brackets are mounted on the wall. First, large washer will be placed in contact to the wall. Now bracket will be placed through anchor fastener. A small washer will be placed on the front face of the bracket. The bracket should be in the upright position. Now a nut is being tightened with the help of a wrench. Similarly, all 6 supports are mounted. As we know that our metal floor consists of 3 panels, now each panel is resting on 2 supports on the wall face. And now our metal floor is perfectly supported and completely stable in position. So this is how we have designed and implemented an authentic and reliable support system for our metal floor. Care to be taken that whenever we are planning to construct any kind of structure, whether it is a floor slab or a staircase or a beam or anything, we must think about its support mechanism. A structural support always follows the law of the gravity. If the structure is not well supported, the law of the gravity will work and structure may fall down. I also request that please do not rely blindly on your contractor. Kindly take professional guidance from a competent structural engineer. It won't cost you much, but will definitely prevent your structure to collapse and save precious lives of your loved ones. I hope you like watching this video. Wish you a great time ahead. Stay safe.